Once, in the golden hush of an ancient Theban dawn, a young scribe named Nefra stood at the temple steps, watching the Nile turn bronze beneath the rising sun. She carried a small papyrus roll tucked against her heart, a prayer for guidance, a plea to find a path worthy of Mat, the balance and truth that keeps the world in harmony. The city awakened behind her. Craftsmen dusting their stalls, children laughing, priests sweeping the flagstones. Yet Nefra felt a quiet tremor within, the whisper of a calling she could not yet name. Khepri, the temple elder, approached with a soft smile. "Truth is not found in ink alone," he told her, "but in footsteps across the desert where the wind remembers stories the stones have long forgotten." He placed a scarab amulet in her palm. "Follow the old caravan trail. The dunes will test you, but they will also reveal you." Nefra walked until the city's murmur faded into a world of sand and sky. Day by day, the desert stripped away her certainty, leaving only clarity. On the third night, when the stars breathed cold fire across the horizon, the dunes stirred. From the shimmering slope rose a figure woven of light and grains, a desert spirit whose eyes glowed like embers under a hearth. "You seek Mat," the spirit said, voice like wind through reeds. "Balance is not a ledger, but a living thread. You must listen to those whose stories are rarely written." The spirit guided Nefra to an oasis where travelers gather, potters, herdsmen, singers, and mothers with quiet strength. A shepherd shared a tale of fairness, delivered with patience rather than punishment. A potter spoke of mending cracked vessels so they might hold water again. A singer offered a melody that soothed sorrow without denying it. Nefra wrote, not as a judge, but as a witness, weaving their wisdom into lines that breathed and remembered. When she returned, Khepri read her scroll and nodded. "You have discovered that truth lives in the humble, the overlooked, the uncounted. To serve Mat is to carry their voices with care." At sunrise, Nefra stood once more by the Nile. The scarab amulet warmed against her skin. She understood now. Balance is a promise kept, a kindness extended, a courage shared. She dipped her reed in ink, not to command, but to connect, to honor the everyday heroes whose quiet choices keep the world in harmony. And as the river flowed, so did her words, carrying the wisdom of the desert into the heart of the city, where stories become bridges and truth becomes a way of life.